Hi everyone, I'm Ash Murdoch. I'm a pastor, and I'm often asked the question, should Christians do martial arts? Well, it's a great question, and I think it needs a really good response. I believe we must be careful when we come into a martial art club. I believe that we've got to make sure that Christ is always first within our lives. Jesus is always on the throne of our hearts, and that we put him first in everything that we do. We must check out in that martial art that there isn't a false religion or occultic practices that are going on. So I suggest you do the hard talk to your instructor. Tell them that you're a Christian. Tell them that you're a believer, you have a faith. And there might be certain things that they are asking you to do that you don't agree with. Would they still be prepared to train you and teach you? So we've got to ask ourselves, where is our faith? Is our faith in God? Is our faith in Christ? We've got to ask those sort of questions to ourselves. Do that hard talk with your instructor. There might not be things that you agree with there, so you must be careful. I believe it is fine to do it. I believe it is okay to practice self-defense. I really do, because I believe if we don't practice self-defense, we wouldn't have a police force. We wouldn't have an army that out there to protect our nation and to protect the nations of the world. But, they all use self-defense in some form. And I think it's fine, especially for women and young girls and young guys and that, to be able to defend themselves in this day and age that we're living in. So my answer to this whole question is, I believe we can, but let's be careful. Let's be careful out there that we do it right, that we ask the right questions, and that our motivation is always right before God and before our brothers and sisters and those outside of Christ. Okay? And you can be a witness in those places there as a Christian, and in the way that you do and you conduct yourself. Okay? So that's my response. Can a Christian do martial arts? I believe they can. Okay? But let's be careful.